That breaking news out of Arizona and the ongoing search for missing Nancy Guthrie. This morning, her daughter, Today Show co-host Savannah Guthrie, posting an emotional new video offering $1 million cash reward from the family. Let's watch it.
Hi there. I'm coming on to say it is day 24 since our mom was taken in the dark of night from her bed. And every hour and minute and second and every long night has been agony since then of worrying about her and fearing for her and aching for her, and most of all, just missing her, We know that millions of you have been praying. So many people have been praying of every faith and no faith at all, praying for her return, and we feel those prayers. Please keep praying without ceasing. We still believe. We still believe in a miracle. We still believe that she can come home. Hope against hope. As my sister says, we are blowing on the embers of hope. We also know that she may be lost. She may already be gone. She may have already gone home to the Lord that she loves and is dancing in heaven with her mom and her dad and with her beloved brother Pierce and with our daddy. And if this is what is to be, then we will accept it. But we need to know where she is. We need her to come home. For that reason, we are offering a family reward of up to $1 million for any information that leads us to her recovery. All of the information about this reward and the details is in the caption below. You can call the 1-800-TIP line. You can be anonymous if you want. Someone out there knows something that can bring her home. Somebody knows, and we are begging you to please come forward now. We also know that we are not alone in our loss. We know there are millions of families that have suffered with this kind of uncertainty. And for that reason today, we also are donating $500,000 to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children for their work in helping families who are coping with loss and actively looking for those who are lost. We are hoping that the attention that has been given to our mom and our family will extend to all the families like ours who are in need and need prayers and need support. So please, if you hear this message, if you've been waiting and you haven't been sure, let this be your sign to please come forward, tell what you know, and help us bring our beloved mom home so that we can either celebrate a glorious, miraculous homecoming or celebrate the beautiful, brave, and courageous and noble life that she has lived. Please be the light in the dark. Thank you.
The 84-year-old has been missing now for 24 days. Authorities say that they're following up on more than 50,000 leads. Here to discuss, criminal defense attorney and former prosecutor Matthew Mangino. A few things stood out to me. She's a wordsmith, of course. She does this for a living. She's very media savvy, but she may be using code words here, including embers of hope. I thought that was unusual. And then also, let this be a sign. She's talking about the fact that the mom was taken from the bed. We haven't haven't really got confirmation about that from authorities. And then she brings up a quote from the sister. Even though she's posting these videos solo recently, she's still clearly in hands with the family, and they're still tight-knit. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, Matt, it's interesting and certainly heartbreaking to listen to Savannah Guthrie. I thought one of the things that was interesting, she talks about miraculous or a miracle. She hasn't given up hope necessarily that her mom is still alive. But when you talk about, words, one of the things that caught my attention is she spoke in terms of recovery. And a lot of times when we talk about missing persons, we talk about rescue, and then we talk about recovery. And to me, recovery seems to signal that you just want the return of your mother's remains, even just bring her back to us, not necessarily alive, because I think you talk about rescue when you talk about someone who you believe is still alive. And so I think there's some resignation almost after 24 days that this is a very dire situation with regard to her mother.
Yeah, she's pleading, she's reading a prepared statement, she has tears in her eyes, and she's also battling any perceived criticism of the fact that her case and her mother's case has gained more attention than most. So she's not only putting up the $1 million from her family, but also pledging $500,000 to other families dealing with a similar situation. But does this statement and this additional reward, not hand in hand at a news conference with the sheriff, signal anything to you?
Well, I mean, there may be a bit of frustration with this whole investigation. I think that she recognizes that her mother's disappearance, because of her own celebrity, has created this nationwide concern about her well-being, and I think that it was good and appropriate for her, if she has the ability to do so, to make this offer of $500,000 to missing and exploited children, so that she recognizes that her mother's disappearance has garnered a lot of attention, and there are many families out there that are looking for loved ones who are doing it anonymously. And I think this was an appropriate response by her.
I certainly hope so, and I hope it's a flashpoint to highlight other cases like she's talking about. But again, she's putting up the $500,000 for other families, and then this $1 million of her own money is being provided by the family for any additional tips or information or the recovery of her mother. And that's on top of the $102,000 that has already been award money from local authorities. Matthew, we have to end the discussion there, but anyone with any information in this case, there is that tip line at 1-800-CALL-FBI. Again, Nancy Guthrie has been missing now for 24 days. We'll be right back.